welcome back. So in this video we are going to kind of go back to my roots and do a look that I would obviously normally wear on a daily basis if I was going out. So I'm not going to keep rambling, let's just jump right into the video. Oh wait, by the way, I feel like I finally figured out my lighting and filming setup. So the video honestly only goes up to, the quality only goes up to 720 60p, but I am filming in like 60 frames per second, so I feel like it looks a little bit more better and more like real life. But enough of me rambling now, let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so I've already primed and prepped my skin and we're going to jump right into foundation. I'm going to be mixing two, and then first going into my Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is in the shade Spice Sand. I'm just going to shake this up a bit because I haven't used this foundation in such a long time. Honestly, this foundation is a bit too light for me. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this foundation. I feel like everyone loves it, but I can't get there. That was a lot. I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Foundation. I am in the shade Y455. I love this foundation. I don't know why I honestly stopped using it. Alright, let's just start applying this. I have been wanting to do like the Power of Makeup challenge, but I feel like it's just been done so many times at this point. But I don't know, if it's something that you guys want to see, just let me know. I'm going to put up another poll right above here, and just let me know if it's something you'd like to see or not. Love the mixture of these two foundations. It looks so good. Alright, let's move on to contour. And I'm going to be using the Pixi by Petra. This is their sculpting stick. I talk a lot about this. I'm just going to apply this in those hollows on my forehead. I'm blending this out using a NYX 22 brush here, just lightly using little circular motions, not applying too much pressure, even though it probably looks like I am. To blend out my nose contour, I love using the Luxie 131. This is their mini angle brush, so I like to just kind of buff this out in my cupid's bow and my nose. Onto concealer now. I'm going to be going into the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer. This is in the shade 41. I do think I need to go back and get another shade because this is a little too like yellow. But I love this concealer. Like, it's so easy to spread out and it blends out so beautifully. Like, I really, really like this concealer. And I'm just blending this out using that same e.l.f. sponge. I'm going to quickly set everything, and I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Blurring Powder. I love literally the best powder ever. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to be going into the Morphe. This is their Filter Effect Finishing Powder. I am in the shade hashtag Filter 10. This has quickly become one of my like holy grail powders. It's really good. If there's anything to get from Morphe from their like new line, it's definitely the powder. Bronze and contour, I'm going to be going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzing powder. This is in the shade Saddle. And I'm going to be going into the Hoola brush here. Just bring some color back into my face. For blush, I'm actually going to be mixing two. I'm going into my holy grail. This is the LA Girl Just Blushing Blush in the color Just Playful. I use this all the time, but I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of my Benefit California blush. This has secretly become like one of my holy grail blushes as well, and I love mixing these two. It's literally so funny. I used to hate blush, and now I live for blush so much. It's so funny how things change. For highlight, I'm going into my Ofra Cosmetics Glow Gold. You guys know this is the I'm going to go in and set everything, and I'm going to be using one of the top like holy grail setting sprays for me, and it has quickly become the new Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist. This is such a nice spray. It's literally so fine. Ugh. If you haven't tried it yet, Definitely try it. Now the face is done, I'm going to go off camera, do one of my eyes, and come back with you guys per usual. Whew, that honestly took forever. Okay, so this is what we are working with right now. So I actually ended up going into the Life is a Drag palette from Lunar Beauty. I feel like I haven't used this in such a long time, so I figured I'd dip into this. And this is a brand that actually Manny MUA came out with. The first colors we're going to be going into is Sickening and Hunty. I'm just mixing these two together, and I'm going to be using a Pixie EO2 brush. And of course, using these shades as our transition shade. I'm just going back in with more of those two shades and just kind of building this up really slowly. I'm now going into a JH31 brush, and I'm picking up these shades Snatched. And I'm placing this right on top of that transition shade and just a tad bit lower. So all you want to do is just kind of build and buff this color up as much as you would like. This is the part of the makeup where you can kind of really customize it to what your specific preference is. But I'm okay with this, how this is looking right now. What I'm going to do is go back in with our transition shades just a little bit and just kind of buff out any like harsh lines that I may see. To deepen everything up, I'm going in with a JH34 brush, and I'm going to be mixing a bit of Trade and Mug. Again, just take your time and blend and buff this out. You always want to start out with a little bit of shadow and then build your way up, because it's easier to kind of build it up to more as opposed to taking away. And then one last time with our transition shades, just buff everything out. Okay, now what I'm going to do is do a half cut crease, but I'm not going in with concealer. What I like to do is just go in straight with my glitter glue. And the one that I love is the NYX Glitter Primer. So what I like to do is just kind of put a little bit on the back of my hand here. The reason why I'm not cutting out my crease with concealer is because I feel like it's just an additional step that just doesn't make sense. I can just cut out the crease using the glue. So again, I'm just doing a half cut crease, not a full cut. And then for my glitter, I'm going into the Makeup Geek Sparkler Shadow. This is in the shade Halo. I absolutely love this loose glitter. I'm using that same brush. Moving on to our lower lash line now, I'm going in with a JH43 brush and picking up these dark shades Trade and Mug. Just blending this really, really close to my lash line. Well, my lower lash line. And then when I get to the inner corners, I always like to make a little bit of a tip and bring it down. I'm actually taking a little bit of that black here, and I'm just kind of stamping it right on the outer corners of my lower lash line. Just going to darken it up just a little bit. And then let's go back in with that small fluffy brush, which is the JH40 brush. I'm picking up Snatch, which is that red color, and I'm going to use that to buff out these edges really quickly, as well as bringing that color like into our lower lash line so it's kind of balanced. Before I do my wing liner, I'm going into my inner corner highlight. I'm going back into Glow Gold from Ofra Cosmetics and just popping this right in here and bringing it down on my lower lash line as well. I'm going to quickly do a wing liner using my NYX Up Ink Liner here. For my waterline, I'm not going into black. I'm going to be going into this Benefit Roller Eye Bright pencil. This is just a very, I guess, cream color, almost white type of pencil for your waterline. I have been loving this. I know it's a bit pricey for like a waterline pencil, but it's honestly so good, and it is waterproof. Alright, eyes are pretty much almost done, so I'm going to go off camera, put on some lashes and mascara. I'm going to come back, do my lips, and we are done. I am back. I ended up going into Lily Lashes Mykonos. These were actually super easy to apply, surprisingly. You guys know I have a little bit of a hard time applying Lily Lashes, but let's move on to lips, and I'm going to line them with my favorite lip liner. This is from Wet n Wild in the color Don't Be a Prune. I'm going to fill in the sides of my lips as well. And then for lipstick, I'm actually going in with gloss. This is my all-time favorite gloss. This is actually from Jouer. This is their High Pigment Lip Gloss in the color Fifth Avenue. Love, love this lip gloss. I am just applying this in the center of my lips. And blending out those edges. So this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys like it, and always thank you so much for always taking the time out of your day to watch any of my videos, honestly. So I just want to say thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. The link is always down below in the description box, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Baby, I'm yours.